Hello, everyone, and welcome to the January 2019 Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce Forum, filmed by our good friend R.J. Murdoch, who's sitting right over there. And folks, there's no better duo that we could start off the year with. We are coming out of the box. We may never achieve this much success throughout the entire year. We're that excited. I'm here with Matt Turpin and Michael Castleberry of Bank of England Mortgage. Gentlemen, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Glad Very exciting. Here. This is cool. Now, Bank of England Mortgage, do I have to say it with an English accent? It's Bank of English Mortgage.
No.
Say that, Michael?
No, not actually at all. Bank of England is from England, Arkansas. It is a suburb outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. Our bank's still family owned and operated. Been around since 1898.
Got it.
So we've been through the Depression. We've been through the downturn of the 2000s. We survived it all, and actually growing probably faster now than we ever have.
It's fantastic. So we've learned already, Bank of England, Arkansas. So that's a trivial question I did not know about, we've not chatted about. So Matt, let's chat about your response. We're going to talk about the Chamber a little bit, but what's your role with the Bank of England Mortgage?
My role at Bank of England Mortgage is the local CFO, to use my financial past.
Got it.
But also to continue and facilitate that growth, to add new branches, to make sure that we're efficient in not only what we have now, but also continue that efficiency as we add other branches.
Nice. I love it. Now, Michael, you've been involved a little longer. Tell us about how long you've been involved with the organization.
I've been with Bank of England going on 5 years now.
Got it.
Started here 5 years ago, just me and Stephen Aerosmith. Opened up the office. Now have 23 employees, 24 employees. Have 3 more starting this month.
Nice.
Got 13 loan officers, 4 processors, got in-house underwriting right here in our office in Fort Walton Beach, which many mortgage companies wish they had. Very few actually have their own underwriters in-house. We started doing $10 million a year. We did about $70 million for 2018. We are planned and forecast for about $104 million for 2019.
Fantastic. So a lot of growth in the 5 years you've been involved.
Lots of growth.
Now, Matt, I know you're new with your organization because I certainly know you well, but could you be working with more wacky people than the folks you got there? You got Michael. You got
Wacky being fun.
Wacky
being fun.
Fun
Absolutely.
and productive. I mean, these folks are fun people you want to work with, but they know this business inside now. So you got Michael, you got Stephen Aerosmith, Stephanie Shea, some of the other ones. A good staff?
Absolutely. That's one of the reasons that I did make the move to get out of public accounting and go work with Michael. He and I have been talking about this for quite some time, and the staff, in my opinion, is as strong as it's been in a long time. Because I have been familiar with Bank of England just because of my close relationship with Michael. But the staff there is highly motivated. They all understand what it takes to get somebody into their home.
Yeah, I mean, they do know exactly what they're talking about. Now, I want to chat about that for a second, Michael. You helped sponsor the Bowlegs fireworks last year, which is a wonderful thing for the community. Absolutely. What was that big blow up you guys had? What's the symbol of Bank of England Mortgage? Isn't it like a big dog or something?
It is. Being from Little Rock, Arkansas, they have a dog, Labrador Retriever, a lot of big duck hunters in Arkansas. So their mascot is a black lab. They call him Bowie.
And is there any connection with the dog and the amount of work you guys do? Is there some connection there?
We get in the trenches with people. I mean, we are definitely, we specialize in VA loans. I have been for going on 19 years.
Got it.
16 years, sorry, about 16 years. We specialize in VA loans. About 65% of our business is VA loans. Our goal is to be there and really help our veterans and support our veterans. Probably 50% of my staff is either prior military or spouses of active or prior military. So that's something we pride ourselves in, and that's we take a lot of work to focus on that.
Yeah, no doubt, and certainly perfect for this community, obviously, with the military base that we have and all the activity. So over 50% of your business, VA, and 50% of your folks associated with the military. That's fantastic. Now, Matt, you and I were chatting about 21 days to close.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's talk about that. I mean, that's amazing.
So our strategic advantage is not only our people, but also the fact that we have in-house underwriting, we have in-house processing, and our goal, our strategic advantage is to have those loans closed within 21 days.
Wow. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, Michael, if someone's watching the show right now and they, we're talking about people who are ready to buy, so they need a mortgage, but are there people in your office, if someone's interested in buying a house, that can walk them through that process?
Absolutely. Right now we have 13 loan officers.
All right.
We pride ourselves in you being able to call the loan officers directly 7 days a week. You can reach out to them. They all have their cell numbers on their phone cards. Unlike some of the big box banks, they don't work weekends, they don't work holidays. We're here to take care of you. We're here to make that process as streamlined as possible, because our focus is to close loans in 21 days.
There we go.
As long as we're able to get the information back to us in time and in a timely manner, then we should have no problem at all, because we have in-house processing, in-house closure, and an in-house underwriter. So we're a one-stop shop here locally.
You really are. That's amazing. So Michael, again, someone's out there and they're gathering their stuff. I think, hey honey, I think we're ready to buy a house. Before they go through the process of looking for the house, or parallel to that, should they be chatting with you and your folks?
They should. Buyers should always get pre-approved before they go look at a mortgage. Some buyers look at total dollar amounts, $250,000, $300,000, $400,000. Some buyers look to focus on a payment per month, $1,500, $2,200, things of that nature. So they really need to meet with the loan officer, go ahead and get a pre-approval done, because that's usually the first thing the realtor asks them: have you been pre-approved? Realtors don't want to go spend their weekends showing you 20, 30 houses when they don't even know if you can afford the houses they're showing you.
Got it.
So you definitely need to get pre-approved first.
And I would imagine, Matt, as I go back and forth here, I would imagine there's some folks that are pleasantly surprised at how much money they can buy in a house.
Oh, absolutely. And to tack on to that, with the current housing market we have locally, there's a lot of buyers and not a lot of inventory. So having that pre-approval, having your ducks in a row to where you feel secure that you can close in a short amount of time, as opposed to another buyer that may not have everything in order. So yeah, with the interest rates that have just dropped, and particularly with different loan options that we offer, one could be surprised at what they could afford.
Well, again, I can't emphasize enough, I've known a lot of these folks in Bank of England Mortgage, really, really fun people, and I would certainly suggest that you just contact them when you get the information. Michael Castleberry, anything else you'd like to say about your fine organization?
We're excited to grow. I've been in the chamber now just over 20 years. Really excited about being a major part of the chamber this year. I think Matt's going to do a great job, going to represent us really well. We're growing from all the way from Pensacola to Panama City and up into lower Alabama as well.
Be darned.
We're excited about our growth, and we're excited to take care of our people in this area.
So you mentioned you're hiring some people, or do you have any other openings? And while we're here, is there people you'd want to recruit?
Always looking for good salespeople.
There we go.
Salespeople I think, is what the best experience is. I typically will hire salespeople and train them in the mortgage industry.
There we go.
Because I think you need to be a great communicator, and sometimes the people that are best in mortgage aren't always the great communicators in the sales field. So we're always looking for good people, and like I said, we got 13 loan officers now. I got 3 more coming on board within the next 45 days. So we're always branching out, always looking for more.
So again, if you're looking for having a mortgage, or perhaps looking for a career change, and you want to work for a good company such as Bank of England Mortgage, with your Bank of England Mortgage hat on, Matthew Turpin, anything else you'd like to say?
I'm excited to see Bank of England get more involved with the chamber this year.
Right.
I'm thrilled with what our staff has already done inside the chamber with nothing but networking.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to our staff being able to reap the benefits of being involved with the chamber and networking with other chamber members.
Yeah, I think they're going to love it. I mean, as Matt is our chair. We're going to talk to him. You're coming back. You're coming back.
I can't leave you.
We're going to talk about that, and then certainly we're so glad that Bank of England Mortgage, all the fun people, Stephanie and all the gang that we talked about earlier. So we're excited too here at the Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce to be promoting Bank of England Mortgage throughout 2019 and beyond. And I want you to stay tuned, because we're going to show some highlights from our January 1st Friday Coffee, as compiled by RJ Murdoch from ECI TV over there. And then after that, we're coming back with Matt Turpin, our 2019 chair. Stay tuned. We are ready to begin the January 2019 First Friday Coffee, as sponsored by our friends from Venture.
Father, what a blessing it is to be here in this place today. And Lord, thank you for the community in which we get to live.
Help me honor the greatest country God has ever allowed to exist, the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light.
Today is going to be a little different than that because it's what we call our annual installation breakfast, where we recap 2018 and we fast forward to 2019. Each and every month, we could not have this great event without a sponsor, and we've been honored now for the last 3 years to have the Venture Company and our friend Dan Robertson come up here and tell us about their organization.
With Venture, happy to be here, of course. We were acquired a little over a year ago by Venture. We were a top 10 provider nationwide for those services, over 4,000 clients. So very proud, very exciting time here at Venture.
There's two things I want to do in life. It's to be great every day and to teach somebody something new and help somebody out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. The surveys show today that small businesses are only spending 25% of their time on strategy and 75% of their time on tactical. So I think we have an opportunity to reframe that. And our goal all the time is to get you to reverse that and focus 75% of your time, you know, on why you sat on the couch to begin with, to grow your business and to become profitable, be an employer of choice, leave the legacy if you want, be part of your community, and get you focused on driving.
And we're honored now to have our 2018 chair, Nicholas Chubb.
Our executive committee, I think, has been the best executive committee we've put together. So give them a hand. The Hugh Kendall Community Impact Award recognizes and honors an individual for multiple forms of community engagement, including volunteer service, policy work, community organizing, advocacy, and/or leadership. Ms. Wanda Stapleton, Twin Cities Hospital.
I think a community thrives when commerce meets the passion of the people about where they live. And I think that's why we're all here today. Hugh loved living here, and he appreciated this community, and he had a real spirit of giving.
So you get the first Teddy Award. Hugh Kendall, for his birthday, gets a bobblehead of the Teddy Award.
For the second Teddy Award, that would be for First Baptist Church. And it looks like Greg Black will come up and accept it. The next Teddy, Best Business After Hours. RPM. David Presnell, come on down. My next Teddy Award goes for Community Commitment. Without a question, Mitch Mongell. Our next Teddy, Most Outstanding Committee Chair, Kim Denman, Nothing But Networking. All right, next award, Teddy Award, would be the Shining Star Supporter. And the Teddy goes to Wes Fell. Paradise Promotions of the Emerald Coast. Thank you, Wes. My next Teddy, Chamber Advocate, Supporter, and Facebook Photographers. Ryan Price, Air Force Enlisted Village. Community Impact Award, Impact 100. Ladies, thank you for making a difference in Okaloosa County. And Lisa Jo Spencer, if you would accept as president. Next Teddy is Tourism de Force. But a major reason for all the changes is our new TDD director, Jennifer Adams, director. The next Teddy is the Outstanding Staff Award. You make my job easy, you're gonna make Matt's job easy, and all the past chairs can attest to it. Chamber staff gets a Teddy. All right, my next Teddy, I'm calling the Chairman's Choice Award. Your 2020 chair, Vince Mayfield. The last Teddy, Best Supporting Spouse. All I can say, Janet, is thank you for everything you did to help get me through this year. Couldn't have gotten through it without you. Thank you. Every quarter we recognize the ambassador of the quarter. This person has overall or had overall responsibility for the ambassadors in 2018. My thanks and recognition from all of you to Bernita Everett. The next award is the Mert Wagner Volunteer of the Year. I couldn't find any reason not to recognize the enormous contributions he made to our Just Makes Sense campaign. Stephen Smith. All right, this business has been in Fort Walton Beach for only 2.5 years, proving that the more you give and get involved in our chamber or your community, the better your chances of success. Painting with a Twist, David Presnell and Barbara Dean. The next award is Corporate Business of the Year. Emerald Coast, Harley Davidson. Gus, come on up. And I'll just say in closing, it's been a heck of a year, it's a heck of a ride. Janet and I have absolutely loved living here in the Emerald Coast. It's a bittersweet departure. We're gonna miss a lot of you. We're certainly gonna miss this chamber and all the friends we've made, the business relationships we've developed. My gratitude and thanks.
Nicholas Chubb, our 2018 chair, everyone!
We just want to honor you and thank you for the service. I know it goes well beyond just the prior year. You've been a great champion for our community and a great friend to the city and the area, and we've been blessed to have you in this leadership role. Now, therefore, be it respectively proclaimed that Nick Chubb is honored for all of his service to the public and the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce through the years. Sincerely, Mel Ponder, Representative. Congratulations.
On behalf of Congressman Matt Gaetz, I have a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Nick Chubb in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. Thank you, Nick, for everything you've done for our community.
This is a symbol of what we're getting you. We've given you a gift certificate from the chamber and chamber staff to plant a tree in your front yard in North Carolina. Thank you very much. Godspeed, yeah. We have to get this way. Thank you very much. I'll only take 45 minutes of your time, so we'll be out of here very soon. No, I am Matt Turpin. I'm excited to be the chair. I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to taking charge, which for my love for piracy and love of being in the crew. The theme is taking charge. We have so many successes from 2018, but those didn't start in 2018. The foundation for that was laid years before that. But somebody has to take charge, some organization has to take charge to go forward. And that's what we're going to do, that's what we have done, that's what we're going to continue to do in 2019.
We loved having you all here, folks. Take your candy, take your paydays, take your treats. Let's have a good year in 2019, shall we? Thank you for your membership in the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce. Welcome back, everyone. It's the January 2019 Business Forum as recorded by our good friend RJ Murdoch over there from EmeraldCoastTV.com. We always appreciate RJ, and we appreciate him because he comes to our First Friday Coffee and recorded that great montage of the January installation breakfast where we officially introduced our 2019 Matt Turpin. Matt, different hat on now. We had you earlier with Michael on Bank of England Mortgage, your real job. Now we have your volunteer job. Tell us about how psyched you are about this.
I am super psyched. I'm very excited. This has been a long time coming as far as being involved with the chamber. This is something we've talked about for a couple of years, and I am really excited about the 2019 year.
Yeah, you know, it's a great example, and anyone that's watching this who wants to get involved, it's only been 6 years you've been in town?
I moved to town in late 2010.
Yeah, and your employer at that time said, hey, I want you to be involved in the community. Let's meet with Ted, and we had lunch.
We did.
We had a great lunch, first time I met you, and the concept was, hey, I want to get involved. And here, 6 years later, I mean, how many people do you know, how much business have you gotten as a result of your chamber membership?
I moved to town knowing one person in Destin, so I didn't even know anybody in Fort Walton Beach. So, yeah, we met, and the purpose was, how do I get involved? How does this place, this new place to me, Fort Walton Beach, become home? And one of your first suggestions was get involved with the chamber.
Yeah.
To my surprise.
Yeah, well, it is their goal, of course. Right. And you got to meet R.J. Murdoch.
I did,
absolutely. Certainly. But yeah, it's a great example in a very short period of time that you know everybody in town. You have this distinguished capacity of leadership that you have. But I want to share, just as a side, you're also involved with that pirate group, which is fun too, right?
Yeah, there is a pirate group. We like to have a festival, not only in June, but year-round in other cities with festivals. Yeah, but another thing that I got involved with a few years after being here was the crew of Bowlegs, and that, along with the chamber, makes this place a home real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're certainly arguably the two funnest organizations in the community, and you've used your association with the crew for your theme for 2019. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So, from my love for piracy and all things piracy and the preservation of piracy.
Here we go.
The theme has to be said with a pirate accent of taking charge.
Taking charge!
That's right.
Matt Turpin's taking charge in 2019.
That's right.
It really is a great theme. I loved it when you called and said, hey, I've got the theme, because it is absolutely perfect. It's perfect for you, and it's certainly perfect for your game plan for this year. So let's talk about some of the things that you've enjoyed that the Chamber's been involved in and what you look forward to doing in 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have to go any further than 2018. We're being the front runner in passing the half-cent sales tax, taking charge of moving the Gulfview, leading the pack for the Around the Mound, and that was just 2018. We've been instrumental in the bridge, and so those are all things that didn't just start in 2018, as most of us that were involved know. These start years in advance, and we reap the benefits in a certain year. Last year, we had a pretty good year for harvest.
They did. They all hit at the same time. Right. 2013 is when the Chamber got involved with the bridge with Mark Camrick, so it took 5 years for that. The Around the Mound, our community's been talking about since 1993, and finally that hit, and the city is going to be studying or funding that feasibility study. The downtown master plan, which is wonderful as it ties together. The moving of the Gulfview. Now let's talk about that, just while we're on the subject, with really no agenda here specifically, but the William Augustus Bowles Foundation will have the exhibit in there.
That's right. There is a William Augustus Bowles Museum and Historical Foundation.
Right.
We have a plethora of historical artifacts from not only the crew of Bowlegs, from the 64-year history of the crew of Bowlegs with captain and queen and first mate memorabilia, but also local pirate memorabilia that people do send in that they found and don't really have a use for.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, R.J. Murdoch's working on a video for it too that we're going to see shortly, but the Gulfview moved on April 17th, and it's in its new location. Roughly about mid-March, everyone, that will open to the public.
Right.
And we'll have the museum downstairs. There'll be a little chamber gift shop. There'll be some cool other things, and there's some offices upstairs. So through your efforts and your fellow board members, you saved the oldest building in Fort Walton, and could not have located in a better location in the entrance to Fort Walton, so that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, we're extremely excited to have a brick and mortar presence to display our local artifacts.
Yeah.
And partner up with the Chamber is going to be wonderful to have a place where visitors and also residents can walk in and see the local pirate history that we have.
It's really going to be fun. And again, mid-March for that, everyone make note of that, and you'll check the papers and come down to see that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So we've chatted about some of the activities that are going on in the community where you're taking charge. What about the Chamber? Let's talk about the committees that you have. I mean, good people running those. What's your thoughts on the committees?
Yeah, again, we have a strong executive committee.
All right.
And we have a strong chair, a strong committee that runs, or that will be in charge of, healthcare committee, the ambassadors, all the things that trickle down into the day-to-day operations of the Chamber. We have a number of people with a strong Chamber resume who are building their resume, and those that are getting involved that see the benefit of a Chamber membership and being involved with not only the Chamber, but that turns into the community. So I am very proud of not only the board, but the executive board and then also the committee chairs.
Yeah, I mean, you've picked some great. We have 10 committees within the Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce, and Matt's job as the chair picks the leaders of that, the volunteer committee chairs, and you've got some great people, and we don't want to go through the list of them because we might miss somebody here, but they're real excited. So you have all these little pods of different people all together for the goodness of the chamber. So if someone's watching this and they say, you know, I'm in a business or I'm new in town, just a couple of reasons why they'd think about joining the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, the Chamber of Commerce is a leader not only in Fort Walton Beach but also in our county, and that's evident from the results that we had last year.
Right.
So a new business, if you're new to town, the financial benefits are having over 2,200 members at your discretion and in your advertising realm.
Right.
That's the financial aspect of it. The community aspect of it is that we do so much that's just beyond just our chamber members. With community involvement, we've talked about it before. If it's something that needs to get done and nobody's going to do it, that's where we take a look and say we need to take charge and make this happen.
So taking charge is the mission for Matt Turpin this year. You're going to see him at the First Friday Coffee if you come to that. You're going to read his articles in the Coastlines. We appreciate the Daily News printing that and inserting it each. That's a lot of fun to write that article, isn't it?
It is, because, you know, as a numbers guy, I need a lot of help writing. So I'm getting a lot of experience.
Doing a good job.
I'm getting a lot of experience this year.
Well, you know, the good thing about it, speaking of experiences, you're sharing your experiences with the chamber in that article. And your one for February is talking about sponsoring events. So talking about sponsoring bow legs or some of our upcoming events, which is a wonderful thing. So you want to pick his brain. We're delighted to have Matt Turpin as our 2019 chair of the board, taking charge here in Fort Walton Beach. Anything else you'd like to share with your community or your chamber?
I'm looking forward to meeting all the new members. I'm looking forward to meeting the members that I haven't met in my 8 years of being involved with the chamber. I'm looking forward to quote unquote leaving the woodshed high, or the wood pile higher.
That's right.
Than when I first got here.
We had Nick Chubb. You know, Nick was last year. We had Bill Roberts before that. You got Vince Mayfield from Big Wizards. A great group of community leaders that I could not be more pleased with leading this organization into 2019 and beyond. It's a great thing. So contact the Chamber of Commerce, FWBChamber.com, or call us at 244-8191. I'm sure RJ Murdoch is going to add that to the screen there. And come and meet Matt Turpin sometime at a chamber event or read about him in the Coastlines. But we're honored. Again, we want to thank EmeraldCoastTV.com, RJ Murdoch. I want to thank Matt Turpin for his leadership this year. I want to thank all of you. It's going to be a great year in Fort Walton Beach and Okaloosa County. So 2019, we're taking charge,
Taking
everybody.
charge, that's right.